Welcome back. I'm so glad you came back. Fit for Life with Karen. Today we're going to do something really, really, really important. And anything that has to do with this and keeping your legs strong is really important. We're going to talk about falls prevention, hence the name Watch Your Step. We have to start doing that. We don't like to. You don't want to think about every single step you take. But the stronger you get, the more confident you'll be. And you won't be watching everything every minute because you know that your legs are going to do what you want them to do. Listen to this. 1 out of 3 people over 65 fall every year. And when you take that first fall, you're more apt, I hate to say it, but you're more apt to take the second fall, especially if you don't do anything about it. So you'll probably go into physical therapy. Many people hit their head when they fall, and that too creates a whole series of problems, a cascade of problems just from that one fall. So that's why this is so important. It's the leading cause of death, and it's very debilitating. You need lower body strength. That's one of the things you need. You need to have your eyes tested and your hearing. Even poor hearing plays into that falls thing, so keep that in mind. Your balance peaks in your 20s, and then after 30, it starts going down. The things that keep you upright, just keep that in mind. And from 30 on, after that, it keeps going down, and after age 65, it goes down even faster. And I know it's depressing, but you can control it to a certain extent. How many of you are taking a Tai Chi class? Really, really good. It's been proven because you're standing on your feet the whole time, usually, right? And your knees are bent. That's why I do a lot of knee bends with you. And then I lift the heels up again. All right. I want to give you the definition of balance because that's important. I'm going to give you the simplified definition of balance. Balance involves your brain, and as I said, your eyes, and your vestibular system, your hearing. All right, keep that in mind. So you want to have all of these things checked. Anything that will help you stay upright will be very important to you as we get older. Your inner ear especially, balance also involves your sense of touch. Some people have neuropathy in their hands and their feet, so they're not feeling where they are in space. And remember I told you that's called proprioception. It's your sense of where you are in space. That's really important. Some people are dizzy. They have problems with their brain. They've injured it, or they're just not paying attention to what they're supposed to be doing. So we're going to do some testing, some simple testing, and I think you might get a kick out of it. So grab some water first. I've been talking a lot, so I need some water. A very simple testing. We are supposed to be able to stand on one foot for 15 seconds to avoid a fall. That's a long time, especially if you're not doing any strength training. So why don't you come to the side of your chair, all right? And all you have to do is lift the heel on one of your feet so the front part of the foot is still down on the floor, all right? So you're holding on. You're going to lift that foot right up, okay? And why don't you let go? See if you can balance there for a couple of seconds. Make sure you're tucked under a little bit. I've got a good, pretty solid shoe on. It's actually better to wear a leather shoe because it keeps that foot right where it should be. If your shoe is too soft, these athletic shoes are pretty good, but because of the thick soles, you're not feeling the ground as well as you should. So kind of keep that in mind too, all right? So let's hold on. If you weren't able to stay up there even for 2 seconds, just put one finger on the chair and lift that foot up and hold 1, 2, 3. Just one finger, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And let go for a couple of seconds. Bing! Let's try the other side. They say people in their 60s can hold for about 10 seconds, people in their 70s, 4, and most people over 80 can't balance for even a couple of seconds, if that. So we want to improve that, right? Lift the heel up, lift your leg up, hold on with your hand, holding onto the back of the chair, just to get what, it feels like. Maybe you're wobbling now. I hope not. All right, now hold on with one finger. All right. And then don't arch your back. Make sure you're tucked under. Your weight is slightly forward. Hold on again, one finger, and let go. 2, 3, 4. All I did was 4. And it's because you're watching me. I know that's why. I did it at home. All right. Now let's put one foot in front of the other. Now what I'd like you to do when you're not watching the show is to go into your kitchen or slide your hand on the back of a couch and try walking one foot in front of the other and see how you do. So I'm going to go back. 1, 2, 3, 4. Keep the knees soft. That means just a little bit bent if you have to. So come back to your chair. All right, you're going to hold on to that chair. Yep. Put this foot in front, then the other foot. You can still hold on, and then the other foot. And if you want to take another one, be daring. Keep the knees soft, all right? Now come down a little bit, bend those knees, and then you're going to go back. 1 and 2, oops, and 3. I'm going to do 4. Try it again. See if you can do it without the chair. And if you can't, hold on and do it because it still helps a little bit. So let's do it. 1 and 2, 3 and 4. And it's easier when you go fast. 1 and a 2, 3 and a 4. One more time. I love this one. 1 because I'm dancing. And 3 and 4. Go back. 1, 2, 3 and 4. All right. So now we're going to do practice standing exercises to make the bottom of your legs, especially the bottom of your legs, a little stronger. So what is that exercise that I give you all the time? We're going to do, yes, we're doing the practice ahead of the strengthening. Sometimes I change my mind. Up, lift those heels up. Now you can see where this, and you can feel where this would strengthen what? Your feet. I do this one every day. Then I do another set on the weaker side. Up and up and up. Let's do 2 more. But the calf muscle does tighten, so you want to stretch it out a little bit by bending the knees, and bending again. Now, can you stay down here? You shouldn't have a problem here, unless your balance is really, really poor. Now I'm going to do the part I was going to do first. So we are going to sit down very briefly, sitting down in the chair. And I know we do this all the time, but we're always going to do this all the time because I really want you to prevent a fall. So you're going to come forward in your chair. All right, arms out this time. Clasp your hands together. The sit-stand. Now technically, there's nothing easier than this. But this will tell you how strong your quadriceps are. And that's where you need the strength, and that's why we use the bands on the last show too, to strengthen those quadriceps, and the rest of the leg too, of course. But sitting down, can you do 8 of them? And 5. And 6. I know it's tiring because you're not used to doing it. But from now on, when you think of it, try to get up without using your hands if possible. Just be careful what you're going to grab or, where you are when you do it. So we'll go up again and down. And it should get easier if you do it at least every other day or when you think of it, okay? Now, another exercise that's really easy to do is just to lift your knee. Just lift the leg off the floor and just hold it there, right? Hold it. I'll make it easier. Little kicking. 2 and 3 and 4 and 5. That's easy, isn't it? 6 and 7 and 8. And we'll put it down. Let's sit up straight, though. Can you feel yourself going down? You want to sit up straight. Keep that posture. Pull right in. Now let's do the other side. One leg will always be stronger than the other, so you're going to lift up and hold it in some kicking. 1, 2, and 3, and 4, and 5. I know you can feel it. 6, if you can do 4, that's great. 7 and 8. Not bad, right? All right, pull yourselves up again. All right. Now, there's a third exercise that's really important. You've done it before, but you have to do it standing up. So we're going to stand up. Oh, see, now I shouldn't have done that. Watch. That's how I should stand up. Of course, if you're, with a bunch of people, and sometimes it's awkward to do that, but just do it when you can. Now, I think I'm going to do the squat right here, just in case. Some people tend to go back. So all you have to do is stand up, bend your knees, keep your head up, and then reach forward. Just reach forward. Try it this way. It might be better for you to do it this way. Or you can lean up against a wall, back to the wall, and just bend those knees, and that will strengthen these tremendously. So you're reaching forward, and I really wish you could hold it for at least 20 seconds. I tried a half a minute once, and I couldn't believe what it felt like. A minute, I don't know. So we'll come back up. So that's a squat. And that's for life, to be able to do things, get in and out of a car, up and down from bed. When you pick something up on the floor, you want to be able to get back up again. Sometimes you have to hold on a little bit, but the stronger you get, the easier it will be and the less awkward. After all, we do want to look graceful all the time, don't we? Bend the knees, reaching forward. So you're not going back, because if you went back on your heels, it would probably put you back in the chair like that, okay? So just relax for a minute, stay where you are, and I'm gonna, did it again. So we want to do it without holding on. So are you ready for another one? I hope you are. All right, we're gonna bend those knees, bend. I'm gonna reach forward, as if you're gonna sit. So you might as well have the chair back there, right? So you're reaching forward, clasp the hands if you want to, bend the elbows if that's better. I just want you to stay in this position. If you could do it for a minute, work up to a minute, that would really be great. So the squat, very, very important. That sit stand and those knee lifts we did, they will all help to improve your balance. But don't forget the eyes and the hearing. See about them if you're having problems. So we're going to stand up again. We're going to be doing more of the practice, just a few exercises that I put together for you, hopefully to improve your balance, okay? So here's what we're going to do. Stand next to the chair. I really don't want you to hold on unless you have to. If you have to, get behind the chair, but you're going to have to come back a little ways, because I want you to just touch to the front, touch to the side, touch to the back, and close. That's easy. Watch. Front, side, back. Easy for some, not for everybody. Front, but it's going to get easier because you should be able to do these things. My knees are soft, right? Slightly bent. Side, back, and close. Again, it's dancing. It's dancing. It's wonderful. Back and close. Front, side, back. Keep going. A front, a side, a back, and close. Front, side, back. Wonderful. Now bend your knees, nice and easy. Terrific. All right, we're going to just touch to the front, touch to the back, touch to the front, the back. Easy. Now, I know it's easy, but you're still moving. At least you're not sitting down watching television like we do every night. Anything that gets you up is good. Yes, we do have to rest now and then. Plenty of time for that, right? Let's do another set. Good. Stop and bend both knees. Good. Try it again now with the other leg. Front and back. Front, back. And move your arms too, so it's slightly aerobic, isn't it? And if there was music on, it would be much easier. We'll do that eventually. Forward, back. Easy stuff. Good. Wonderful. Bend both knees again. Yes. Now you can hold on to the chair. Now we're just going to shake those legs out just a little bit, all right? All right. So what we're going to do is, Let's see if we can do it. Lift one leg up and point to the front. Lift it up and point to the back. If you have to hold on, try it. Try it like that first. Up and front. So you're lifting the knee up, bending that knee, touch to the back. Front, back, front. I have to work at that a little bit. Try it again. The front and the back. So you're lifting back, and all the while, when you lift that knee up, you're strengthening that quadriceps. So that's good. All right, let's try the other leg, and this time, yes, I will count for sure. You're going to bend both knees. Good. You can still hold on to start. Up, front, up, just a soft touch. Front, there you go. Up and back, up and front, up and back, up and front. Good. Can you do 3 more of these? 3 more sets. And 2. Yes, without holding on. I just kept holding on. I'm going to try it again without holding on. Not doing so great today. Anyway, these are just things that can help you, especially if you work at them. Do them as you think of them. You're going to think of them at the craziest times, just as long as you're trying, all right? Now we're going to do some lunges. I think you know what lunges are. All right, let's put our hands on our hips. Good. Just lift one leg up, put it down in front, and bend those knees. Can you stay there? Can you stay there? And stay there. And stay there. See, you're strengthening this. You're going to lift up, front, up, and then lunge to the back. So you're bending both knees. Let's try again. Lifting up to the front, up to the back, up to the front. We're doing it fast, I know, but it has to be a little bit of a challenge, right? We're going to try the other leg. Hands on your hips again, good. So you're going to lift up, lunge to the front, up, lunge to the back, up, lunge to the front, up, and back, up, front, up, back, again, up, front, up, and back. How did you do on those? Am I challenging you too much today? Again, very easy to do technically, but maybe not strength-wise or balance-wise. You have to build balance. It doesn't just all come back, so keep that in mind. But what I'd like to do also is something else to the side. So let's do this. Well, let's go to this side first. Lift it up and fall to the side, okay? I'm going to go back here, but you can go to the other side of your chair if you want, because you're going to go that way, all right? So you're going to lift it up, and then lunge, and then come back. I'm going to come back in closer. Lift up and to the side. I call it practice falling, but it's not really a fall. All right, lift up, and then fall to the side. See, I went right into the chair that time. Up, and then to the side. And up and to the other side. Good. Let's try it again. Up, over, good. And then up and to the other side. Wonderful. Now, you know, I always do some ballet. In fact, someday I think we'll do a ballet bar, and that'll be great for balance and strength. 2 things together. So what I'm going to do is turn my chair. You can just get behind your chair if you want. Now, you know, ballerinas are very strong and their muscles are very elongated. So we can at least do a little bit of that, I think. So holding on. You're going to just touch to the back, either foot, it doesn't matter. And we're going to do an arabesque. And I think most of you might even know what that is. Just lift that leg up. Hold on with one finger. And then we'll just put the other arm out, like for a counterbalance. Nice and tall. Hold on. So you're strengthening that leg. You're strengthening the lower back. And you're strengthening your balance. If you can just stay there for a few seconds. Whoops. Not too good. Let's try the other side. You're going to point and lift that leg and hold it hold it, and hold it. One finger. How about the opposite arm? Pull that chin in nice and tall. See the difference? And let's just see if we can balance there. If you can balance longer, that's wonderful. You're going to bend both knees. All right. You're going to lift those heels up. Now keep the heels up. We're going to bend those knees and come down straight and come down straight and just keep coming down. And you're going to be strengthening these legs. Let go with one hand, then the other. So the heels are still up. I know you're feeling that right there in the quads. Out. Now both hands and back. So you see you're staying there without holding on, even though it's just a couple of seconds. Come up, put your heels down, and let's do a little back bend. So you're going to lift one arm up, and I'm going to bring mine back so I can see you. So you're pulling your upper body out of your lower body. You're kind of tucking under or pushing those hips forward a little bit to protect your back. And if you can only do this much, that's fine. It's still better than being like this all the time, isn't it? So we're going to lift that arm up, reaching up, tucking under, lift, 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 and a nice graceful back bend. That is beautiful. Yes, yes, yes. I'd like to try something else. We're coming back. We're almost done. I know you're getting tired, but it's really important to do this. I'd like you to turn your feet out a little bit. So you're like this. I'm going to move that chair back. All right, bring your arms out a little bit. Make sure your weight is slightly forward. You're not forward. Your whole body comes forward, the whole torso, right? Arms forward. So you're doing ballet already. Can you lift those heels up? Stay next to your chair, unless you have to, so, you know, in case you have to grab it. Lean forward again, lift the heels up, put them down. Up, down. A little more of a challenge, isn't it? You have no idea what position you're going to be in before you start to fall. You want to be able to move in all different directions with confidence, right? And up, good, and up, and up. Now, if I did a knee bend, do you remember what that's called? Let's bend the knees like this first. Back and forth. So these are actually lunges, aren't they? But if I said do a plie, you'd bend those knees, right, and go down as far as you can. Yeah, bring that arm forward and then out to the side, right? Try it again. We're going to do a plie. Try it again. Plie. Good. And then bring that arm out to the front. Plie again. Wonderful. All right, now, if this is a plie, some of you who've been in my classes will recognize some of these things that I'm doing, but I really feel that they work. And ballet is a wonderful discipline. So let's do it together, all right? So if that's a plie, a releve, this is a plie. A releve means to rise up on half toe, yeah? Put those feet down. They're turned out this time, that's the difference, right? So it's up, and up, and up, and up. Wonderful. All right, we're almost done. I'm going to shake this leg out, shake that leg out, and I want us to do a table back stretch. It'll stretch everything from the neck all the way down to your heels. It's a great stretch. Takes a little practice to get that back like a table so that you can balance a glass of water on it. Holding on and just walking back a few steps. Keep walking, keep walking. Your arms are straight now. And what I'd like you to do is flatten that back right out. Good. I'm going to push my chair forward a little. See if I can get the back even flatter. And then again, you can keep your head up. You don't have to drop your head down unless you want to. Keep it flat, flat, flat. Great. And then you're going to walk back up. Wasn't that nice? Now let's do the opposite. What would the opposite be? Just come straight, shoulders down, hips forward, and we'll do a little back bend. I'll make it easy. No arms with this. We'll just do this one. All right. Then we're going to walk back one more time to see if our backs have loosened up a little bit so that you can get down a little bit flatter. You're going to feel this in the back of the knee, in the hamstrings, lower back, hips, everywhere. Let's bend the knees now. That'll relieve a little bit of that pressure. Try it again. And then we'll walk back up. Yes, and let's sit down. We've done enough for today. I like to exercise in the morning. I find if I don't usually do it in the afternoon. So that might help you because I feel like we have more energy in the morning. My mind works better. And just remember, especially aerobic exercise, walking, running, marching in place, it's also good for your brain. You're getting the blood up to the brain. So that's really important to know. So what I'd like you to do now is come forward for our last couple of things, just a couple of seconds. Open your feet, just come forward, keep looking at me, hello. Come forward, good. And then we're gonna come back and just think you've improved your balance, even if it's only a little bit, that's fine. Bring that arm across and keep turning in that direction. And then back. The other arm out and just do a little rotation. Feels good. Wonderful. Let's do an ear drop, side to side. One of the best overall stretches to relax you is just to drop your chin down. Wonderful. And by the time your head is up, the show will be over. And we'll see you next time.